Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. Hard not to share when there's a prison wallet on the record. Like and hype. Court with Krissy is now in session.
We are on the record now in GW 2026 CR 42, State of Kansas versus Seth Michael Daniels. This does come on for preliminary hearing. Please announce appearances.
May it please the court, the state appears by Jill Gillette, County Attorney.
Mr. De Hoyos is muted.
Sorry about that, Judge. Jorge De Hoyos here on behalf of Mr. Daniels, both representing the defense, appearing by Zoom.
And your client does wish to proceed with preliminary hearing, Mr. De Hoyos?
At this time, Judge, yes.
Ms. Gillette, are you ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
Please call your first witness.
Your Honor, we will be calling Sergeant Cordell.
Okay. Sergeant Cordell, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please proceed.
Could you please state your name for the record?
I'm Mike Cordell.
How are you employed?
I'm a patrol supervisor and canine handler for the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been so employed?
I've been with the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office for just under 10 years, and I've been full-time law enforcement certified for just over 22 years.
And were you on duty on March 7th of 2026?
Yes.
What drew your attention to the defendant?
So first time I saw Mr. Daniels' vehicle, I was on patrol in the parking lot of gas station on 400 called Pete's. Noticed a red Dodge Dakota at the pumps, ran the tag, which late at night I often do with vehicles. I found that vehicle to be registered to Mr. Daniels, and upon further investigating Mr. Daniels' driver's license, I found that he was a registered drug offender and the vehicle was not associated with his offender registration.
And do you see the defendant on the screen with us today?
Yes, it'd be the individual whose screen says Seth Daniels, white shirt and a beard.
Your Honor, may the record reflect he's identified the defendant.
The record shall so reflect.
And Sergeant, when you found that the vehicle wasn't on his offender registration, did you also, when you were running the license plate, did you notice anything about it?
Aside from the fact that there was no license plate light, I don't recall anything that stands out to me.
Okay. And did you conduct a stop on the vehicle?
I did not. So I watched the vehicle as it left the parking lot. It failed to stop entering the roadway, and I contacted Deputy Taylor Cordell and requested that she stop the vehicle once it got onto the highway.
Okay. And did Deputy Cordell then stop the vehicle?
Yes.
And where did the traffic stop end up taking place?
I believe it was 400 Highway and V Road.
Okay. Is that within the bounds of Greenwood County?
Yes.
And as Deputy Cordell was conducting the traffic stop, what did you do next?
I deployed my canine partner, Kraken, and conducted a free air sniff around the exterior of the vehicle.
And after you had deployed K9 Kraken, did you notice any alert on the vehicle?
Yes, so he actually showed alert behavior in two locations, one at the passenger rear side of the vehicle, and then once again on the driver's side.
Okay. And did he give a final indication?
I don't recall. I believe he did at the driver's side, but I don't want to say for a fact. I know I noted in my canine deployment log that there was an alert at the passenger side rear and the driver's side. I did not notate that he gave a final indication, but he may have.
Okay. And do the canines detect the odor of or presence of a drug?
They detect the odor of a drug for which they're trained.
What drugs is Canine Kraken trained on?
Methamphetamine, heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl.
And when Canine Kraken alerted on this vehicle, did you inform Deputy Cordell?
Yes.
What did you guys do next?
She had the occupant step out of the vehicle, at which time I conducted a search of the vehicle.
And based on the probable cause search, did you find anything of evidentiary value?
Yes. So in the glasses holder on the center of the roof of the vehicle toward the windshield, there was a bag containing 2 large crystals of what I identified as methamphetamine.
And is there anything else besides the methamphetamine that you seized out of the vehicle?
Yes, there was some other assorted paraphernalia. There was a syringe. There was another bag that looks like a $20 bill that was located inside a purse in the vehicle as well.
Okay. Did that plastic bag contain residue?
Yes.
And did you find any pipes anywhere?
I believe there was a pipe that was also located in the vehicle. I'd have to refer to my report. I don't recall where that was located.
Did you bring your report with you?
I do have it, yes.
And did you write your report at a time close in time to the stop?
Yes.
Did you do so to refresh your independent recollection?
Yes,
Would it assist you to refresh your recollection at this time?
indeed.
Your Honor, may the officer refer to his report?
The officer may refer to his report to refresh his recollection.
I believe there was a pipe located inside the vehicle, but the reason that I don't recall where it was located was I believe that was located actually by another deputy, that Aiden Miller, who was riding with me at the time.
Judge, if the deputy does not have this memory themselves, then I'm going to move to object to hearsay on all of it.
Well, I don't think he said anything that was an out-of-court statement yet, so I'm going to let him finish his sentence. He said he thought it was found, and that's different than saying what Deputy Metland said, so
Well,
let's let him go.
well,
Let him go a little bit further.
we'll switch. Did Deputy Cordell receive an item from Ms. Hill from a private part?
Yes. So once both subjects were transported to the jail, she recovered from her person a methamphetamine pipe, which she had been hiding in her vagina.
And the rest of the drugs, were they within reach of the driver, Mr. Daniels, who was in control of the vehicle?
Yes. And then also I completed a supplement after the initial report that I had written, when I located a syringe in the prisoner transport cage of my vehicle, which was not there prior to transporting Mr. Daniels and was there afterward, and nobody else had been in the transport cage. I did not recover that from his person at the time, but it was located in the transport cage immediately after transporting him. There was also a syringe in his right front pocket when I arrested him that I did locate.
And did you send the items to some of the items to the KBI lab for testing?
Yes.
I believe Missy has those results, Your Honor.
Very well. Missy, do you want to, are you moving to admit those?
We will be moving to admit the KBI lab as State's Exhibit.
Okay. Hearing no objection, Exhibit 1 will be admitted. Missy, if you'll publish that by screen share.
And Judge, I think if you click on that and blow it up, you can see that the bags containing the crystalline substance, one was tested and that it weighed 2.53 grams and was positive for methamphetamine. And I believe the pipe was for Ms. Hill, and then the vegetation is a misdemeanor.
Okay, so the meth in item 2, the pipe with residue, you're connecting to this defendant or with
No,
the?
that's Miss Hill's pipe.
Okay.
The
So
bag
it's the-
containing crystalline substance that was in the glass of the car that,
2.53 grams you're attributing to this defendant. Okay.
yes.
All right, you may proceed.
And Deputy, did you Mirandize these defendants?
Yes.
And did Mr. Daniels make any statements to you that were of note?
Yes, he said that he had been stopped by Rose Hill Police Department and that they had found methamphetamine in that same location, and he claimed that it was the same methamphetamine and the Rose Hill Police Department must have put it back in his truck.
I will pass this witness to the defense.
Mr. DeHoya, this is cross-examination.
Sergeant, you said that you first came across the vehicle at Pete's gas station there on 50, or is that 400?
Yes.
Okay. And have you worked with Pete's gas station before?
I guess I don't understand what you mean work with.
I mean, have you ever collected evidence from Pete's before?
I think on cases like burglary case in the past, we might have pulled some video from there.
Okay. So you're aware Pete's does have cameras over their parking lots, over their area. Is that right?
Actually, their cameras covering their parking lots and their pump area are pretty minimal, but there are some cameras there. I just don't know what they cover.
And have you collected the footage from this night?
No.
Okay. So to be clear, in evidence, what we have is your word that they failed the traffic stop and your word that the tag light was out.
Correct.
Okay. So if the video by Taylor Cordell demonstrates that the tag light was working properly, you would agree that that's inconsistent with your personal observations that are not supported by any other evidence and record?
No, I wouldn't agree. It's inconsistent. There are times where lights go on and off. I don't believe the tag light was working when she stopped him, but even if so, I wouldn't say it's inconsistent with my observations. Sometimes going over bumps, the lights will flicker on and off. So that's a possibility if it was working later. He also failed to stop exiting the private drive, which I observed personally.
And you could have brought us the camera footage or gone and collect camera footage of which you have.
They don't have camera footage of the entrance or exit of the parking lot. I can guarantee that. I know that they don't cover that area.
Okay. And it's just a coincidence if his tag lights were working and you said they weren't.
If it was working when it was stopped, then yes, it's a coincidence because it was not working when I observed it.
You said that the passenger in the vehicle had a methamphetamine pipe in her vagina.
Yes.
Okay. Did you associate her with the methamphetamine found in the vehicle that would fill that pipe?
I believe she was also charged with the methamphetamine, yes.
Okay. Did you fingerprint the baggies or anything that the methamphetamine was found in?
No.
Why is this his meth and not hers?
Well, it's his truck registered to him, and it was in the glasses holder in the center of the vehicle, which was within reach of him. And he also claimed that it was the same meth that was found in his truck previously when Rose Hill Police Department stopped him, and that they put it back in his truck.
And then you said the K9 unit now is cracking. It's no longer Kilo.
Correct.
It's irrelevant. Where's Kilo at? Did you manage to adopt Kilo?
Yes, he's living here at my house with me.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you, Sergeant. No further questions.
Yeah, good dog.
All right, Ms. Gillette, back to you.
Sergeant, just a couple of follow-ups. First off, this defendant also had a methamphetamine pipe or syringe in his pocket.
Correct. He had a syringe in his pocket and then one that was abandoned in my prisoner cage in my vehicle after he was transported.
I'm going to object to the classification as a methamphetamine syringe, as that has not been fully established.
And do you still have the syringe in evidence?
It would be in evidence, I believe, yes.
And
For the record, I'm overruling the objection.
do you believe the syringe tied the defendant to methamphetamine use?
I do.
And did he admit to you that he knew it was there and presumed that Rose Hill had put it back?
That's correct. He said that Rose Hill Police Department must have put the meth back in his vehicle because it appeared to be the same meth that they had taken from his vehicle.
So he had knowledge that there was meth in the glasses case previously.
Yes.
Okay. No further questions.
Any recross, Mr. DeHoyas?
Sergeant Cordell, if somebody is unaware there's something in their vehicle, is it inappropriate for them to speculate as to how it's there or why it's there?
I'm sorry, if they're unaware it's in their vehicle, and then I didn't understand the rest of your question.
If somebody was unaware, is it inappropriate for them to tell you how they thought it may be there or speculate how it came to be?
I suppose one could speculate, but everybody claims to be unaware of the drugs I find in their vehicle.
Sure, I'm not talking about everybody, but in this case, he never claimed ownership of those drugs. He said that he believes that may be the drugs that were left over by Rose Hill.
Yes, his explanation was that he believed Rose Hill Police Department had charged him with methamphetamine and then put the evidence back in his vehicle. That is what he stated.
Okay.
Whether he believed that or not, I wouldn't go as far as to say he believed that, but that is what he stated.
Why would you not go as far as saying that he believed that? I'm confused.
Because it's illogical to think that the police department charged you with drugs and then put the drugs back in your vehicle. So I believe that was a statement he made to try to explain it, albeit a ridiculous statement. Also, after contacting Rose Hill Police Department the following day and verifying that they do have those drugs that they seized from him in the exact same location in his truck in evidence at the time of his arrest on my case, I just don't see any way that he would believe that. As a registered drug offender, he has obviously a significant enough history to be registered. I think that he'll probably say whatever in order to not be charged with the drugs in his vehicle. So no, I didn't believe that he actually believed they put the drugs back in his vehicle.
I'm not going to object for the purposes of the prelim to that answer, Judge, but I think you can understand why I would at the trial. That being said, I have no further questions for Mr. Cordell, or Sergeant Cordell, forgive me.
Well, I think the concern I would have is that you're asking him to speculate, and he can't do that as to what's in this man's mind. But
That's right.
But nobody objected to it, so all right, noted. Is that all of your questions, Mr. DeHoyas?
For Sergeant Cordell, it is.
Okay, Ms. Gillette, do you have any other evidence?
No, I think Deputy Cordell primarily has to do with the
Okay.
pipe in the vaginal area. So no, I believe we'll rest at this time.
All right. Any evidence from you, Mr. DeHoyas?
Not for the purposes of today, Judge. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. I do find probable cause to believe the crime in count 1, the felony possession of methamphetamine and/or MDMA, has been shown, and there is probable cause to believe this defendant is in violation of count 1. So I will bind the defendant over for arraignment. And Missy, when will this be conducted?
This case will go to Judge Ricky.
All right, so I understand that is 1 o'clock, September 10th with Judge Ricky.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Daniels, you are bound over for arraignment before Chief Judge David Ricky. You must appear by Zoom September 10th at 1 p.m. The codes will be different. So if you don't have those within a day or two of the hearing, you might check with your attorney, see if he has them. That's where they usually go, and/or to the clerk of the district court. You are continued on your bond until that time, sir, with all existing conditions and the added conditions that I've just imposed upon you to reappear. Anything further from anyone?
Not by defense.
Very well, this hearing is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Daniels, give me a call.
Okay.